Hello and welcome to the Wednesday preview for another week. Hayden King back joining you again and really looking forward to this weekend's card of racing. We've got a couple of good races down at Mandurah Friday, then we'll transition over to Cannington Saturday where we've got a couple of features to highlight. But before we do, I'd like to mention Panama Pepper, who goes around in the first semi-final of the $1 Million Chase there on Friday at Wentworth Park. It's race 4, number 8, goes at 5:57. Panama Pepper, our local hope. Best of luck to all concerned with him. He's really measured up over there in the eastern states with our best greyhounds in the country, so he is hoping he can get a good run of things. He is a dog who takes that little bit of time to muster up, so box 8 could work out and he really can zoom after the start. So hopefully with that necessary room he gets around the outside, gets up on the pace, and he's too strong there in the semi-final. So 5:57, tune in Friday night, Wentworth Park. Now working on to our local racing here at both Mandurah and Cannington across the weekend. We'll start off at Mandurah, race number 6 on Friday evening. Interesting little 490 free-for-all here. We've got Falcon 9, drawn box number 1, who was really strong last week over the 405 and ran 22.58. It was a brilliant performance to get over Who Told Spider. Prior to that, he got jammed up early and he didn't have much luck over 490. So back up to that trip. He will be strong, and we can see him potentially settle up close enough to be dangerous. Weblek Ranger stuck on okay last start, but wasn't really a threat. But this race could be suitable. All spiked up, was off heels and close up and unlucky over the 405, but this looks a little bit deeper. And then we've got some other dogs like Amplified, who we know is a very class operator, led and was no match for Vice Grip, who was quickly on the scene, settled it sharply, and Vice Grip was too good. Still ran 29.82 herself in defeat, Amplified, so providing she can get up on the pace early and potentially lead, she could be very dangerous. And then we've got dogs like Weston Fever, who was there to win last start and has got stronger, but Granite Song still pulled away and was too good. And Archibald, who didn't show his usual early pace last week and paid the price, so he would need to lead to be a factor in this race, you'd expect. And then we have a dog like Vice Grip drawn between the pair of them, who was seen to devastating effect last time out when we saw him get up outside the pace, put them away, and was a class apart. A similar story could easily develop at Mandurah on Friday night. However, Mandurah is a track he hasn't done that much racing at in truth. He has made Cannington his main point of business, but we know he's such a good dog and a versatile dog that no doubt he'll be able to transition his Cannington prowess to Mandurah, and he'll be very hard to beat in that 490 free-for-all on Friday. We'll move over to Saturday Cannington now, and we've got a couple of heats of the WA Bred Championship, and we'll start off in race number 5 with the first heat. Valachi drawn box number 1. He didn't begin well last time, but he was caught off the track. Before that, he was a strong 22.63 winner over the 405, emphasising how effective he can be when he does leave well. Firecloud led and tired last start, ran third behind Stone Cold Augie in 30.04. Always a pace angle. It's just a case of whether Valachi can kick up inside of Firecloud early, really. And then Glorious Gun, who couldn't get across from out wide last start. I doubt he can cross here, but he did hit the line with some courage there when we last saw him. Manzu got checked on the first corner and then eventually trailed them home back on August 6. He might have had a problem there given the amount of time between runs. It's been about 6 weeks now, and the fact he didn't find the line with his usual zest, which we know is absolutely brilliant when he can put it all together. Weston Governor stayed on after being off the track in 30.07 last start. Probably needs to lift in a race like this. Maruga Scorpion was very, very good. Sat on the leader and clearly the best in a strong performance, rating 34.71 over the extended trip last time out. Granite Song led, pulled away in a 27.37. He was very good, but again, it's not easy from that wide draw. And Hinto got a couple of checks, but never a serious threat behind Vice Grip. But he can handle a wide draw, as he showed when he ran second behind Panama Pepper a few runs ago. That dog we highlighted earlier as going around in the $1 Million Chase semi-finals. That's the first heat of the WA Bred Championship, and the second heat follows immediately after that in race number 6. From box number 1, Stone Cold Augie. He sat second last time, but he was too good, holding off the fast-finishing Unsee This. But he will need to go to another level to take this out, you'd expect, because there are a few class operators engaged, including Gangnam Manelli, who did get shuffled out last start, but he was still reasonable through the line, which was pleasing to see despite that interference. Capito was a tough performance to reel in Bones McCoy in 22.57. And third up, he should be fitter, but he is stepping up considerably to the 5.20. Just a case of whether he's ready for that at this stage of the preparation. No doubt Margaret will have him as close as she can to peak performance. Scout About is only 3 from 13, but powered away for a comprehensive success last time out in 27.44. It is much harder here though. West on Finn, I did like him last week. He got a magnificent run of things and he was able to capitalise, but it's hard to see him getting such a saloon thoroughfare here in a race of this depth. Jimmy's Decision had zero luck to his last couple and showed what he was made of 3 starts ago when he was able to get up on the pace and win. I guess it's just a case of how far back he gets in the run. Electrified, crashed over, led, too good in the Peter Thomas rating, 29.76 when victorious the start before. So clearly a dog in form and one of our benchmarks here in the West at the moment. And West on Bray, who had nothing go right from 8 last week, so it's hard to see how it's going to be any better here considering that same draw. He did lead and win 3 starts ago in 22.60, so providing he could get the run of things, he could feature in the mix, but it's just hard to see from box number 8. It's certainly done him no favours. In terms of a best bet between now and then, I'm going to Cannington tonight, race 11, number 7, roll with it. This dog's been in really good touch. 1-2 starts ago and then last start chased home some handy types in Sensationalism and Bundiji. Drawn wide in box number 7. I don't think that hurts his chances. He just needs to get up outside the pace early. He is a wide runner, so providing he's up there in the mix down the back straight, I think he'll put them away and be very hard to beat. Race 11, number 7, roll with it. Brings us to the end of the preview for another week. Hope you've enjoyed. And between now and next week, stay clear of mosquitoes.
And then came Light Manelli, West on Cup, Clifton Matilda, and, pardon me, as a mosquito enters my gob, Triumph Manelli was never in it.